Well, an illegal immigrant is accused of assaulting and murdering a beloved middle school teacher's aide.
And her suspected killer, numerous aliases, and has a long rap sheet.
Yeah, this horrific crime taking place in Massachusetts, where a state lawmaker is now facing criticism for trying to tip off illegals to ICE raids, adding more fuel to the immigration debate.
Radio talk show host and author Howie Carr joins us now with his reaction 50 miles nearby where this all unfolded. Howie, what is your thought on this?
Well, I think you've been talking about fake news all morning, Clayton and Abby, and another example of fake news is the way the mainstream media refuses to report the crimes by illegal aliens, and it kind of gives a cover to women like this, or reps like this Michelle Dubois down in Brockton. You know, she put out this this Facebook posting saying, you know, warning to the Latino community, ICE is planning raids. Well, ICE was not planning raids, and then she said all the drug dealers knew. Well, you know, so the drug dealers are talking to her, and she decides to cash in with her, you know, 15 minutes of fame. She sets up a PayPal account to solicit contributions because she's under attack by the so-called alt-right, which I guess would include all of us, by the way. And you know, but again, I think the cover she gets is that so much of the media, not just in Massachusetts but elsewhere, doesn't report the crimes by illegal aliens. So they have this you know, they're only here to do the jobs that Americans won't do, as George W. Bush said. This alleged murderer in Worcester, when the story first broke that he had strangled and assaulted this woman, this teacher's aide, there was no reference to his illegal alien status. I personally, myself, I called up the Worcester DA's office and said, can you tell me if there's an ICE detainer on him? They said, we don't know. They always say, we don't know. So I said, well, can you tell me his place of birth? Santo Domingo. And I wrote a column about that, and actually the Daily Mail, a London paper, not an American paper, but a London paper, nailed down that he was an illegal alien. We had another case in February. 23 heroin and fentanyl dealers were picked up. They were running a 3-state ring in New England, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Maine. And the U.S. Attorney's Office put out, just said 23 people are indicted. And I got a tip. They said that a lot of these people are illegal aliens. I tried to find out through the U.S. Attorney's Office how many of them were illegal aliens. They wouldn't tell me. I finally had to call down to Washington to Jeff Sessions' office. 10 out of the 23 were illegal aliens, and yet they were content not to report that because they wanted to be politically correct.
That's the big question. Why the cover-up? Where is the outrage? Where is the anger from so many of these news outlets that don't even cover this stuff?
I don't know, Abby. I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm beating my head against the wall. You know, with the guy in Worcester, I mean, as you guys pointed out, he had 3 aliases. He had been charged with giving a false name to police. He had been arrested for heroin. He was connected to an earlier rape in 2007. It just screamed illegal alien. Why didn't a reporter make the inquiry? And you know, my feeling is maybe in many of these cases, the street reporter, the beat reporter covering the police beat makes the call, and they get they're told by their editors not to follow up with it. We had another case in Charlestown in Boston earlier this week. The local police hit a quote-unquote Spanish restaurant in Charlestown, which is gripped with a terrible opioid crisis. They were selling fentanyl, heroin, coke, crack, and I called the DA's office. I said, how many of these people were born in outside the U.S.? 5 out of 5 in the Dominican Republic. Only 2 of them had Social Security numbers. Again, not a word in the papers.
No.
Yeah, and then
First I'm hearing of it.
You pick up Newsweek this week or whatever. It's got front page stories that, you know, they're rounding everyone up. They're sending them out of the country. You better watch out.
ICE raids.
ICE raids. Howie Carr, great to see you this morning.
Thank you, Howie.
Great to see you guys. Thank you.
Howie.